Alright guys, today we are gonna discuss 4 types of trading. Now there's a whole lot of types of trading for all I know, but these 4 types are the major types that you need to understand before you start investing your money. And unless you understand these, you are going to be stuck in the market and you won't know exactly what you're doing. You won't be able to even do Google searches and help explain your problem. You need to understand these terms so that you can really know what you are dealing with, what you are good at, and exactly which scheme suits you the best. Now, depending on your mindset, what you want to create, is it wealth that you want to create within weeks, within days, or is it wealth that you want to create within years and years or months or so? Depending on that, your trading strategy will differ from a different person's strategy. And my strategy, I'm going to tell you my strategy as well. But first, let's move on to the laptop and let's quickly see exactly what suits me and what should suit you. Alright? Okay. First off, the 4 types of trading strategy, and these are the most common ones, the most heard of ones, and let's kind of just write them first. Right, there are 4 of these: positional, then there's swing, and then there's intraday, and finally there's scalp trading. Right, I'm gonna write these down one by one all over here. So positional, what is positional trading? See, for a positional trader, if you buy a stock, then you are not planning on selling the stock for the next at least 4 or 5 months, and this could go up to years. You could even keep the stock, you can even hold the stock for, let's say, 3 years, 5 years. People do that, 10 years even. You can do that, right? But again, you should be profiting. You should have analyzed the stock. You should know that, alright, it is going to go up. So positional trading, it means that you are planning for the long term, alright, long term, and you want to go for months to years of investment. Safest type of investment if you know where you're putting your money. Again, nothing is safe unless you actually know or analyze the company. If you do not have the time to analyze the companies, I will give you a solution for that too. So stick around, alright? Next, there's swing trading, right? Now, what is swing trading? Swing trading is very different. In this case, this is actually the thing that I mastered, and this is the place where I earn most of my money. You want to see the money I'm making right now? This is, I've earned about 17%. Don't look at this thing. This is just depending on your number. If you invest 1 lakh, you might get a different kind of return. If you invest 1 million, depending on your money that you are investing, you might get a different return. Always look at the percentages, alright? So I have gained an average of 17.2% in my holdings and positions. I'll explain them to you later on, but seriously right now what you want to look at is that 17.2%, and you want to look at exactly how much time I spent. 2 weeks, a little over 2 weeks maybe, because I've been adding in more and more money. So 2 weeks getting this kind of return. How many of your banks can give you 17.2%, a return of that amount, almost 20%, in 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks? Let me tell you, none. There is no bank on the face of the earth that can give you a return like that. You can write that down. Now, how do I do that? And exactly, because the banks are probably giving you 6%, and even, I don't know about different countries, it might be 8%, and at max I can imagine 10%, but you won't get 17%. And even when you get 6, 8, 10%, that is for 1 year. After 1 year, the bank is giving you about 6, 7% of your money more, so it's really, you could say 1.06 times your money. Alright, so anyway, in this case, swing trading, how you can do that is you take a few weeks, or you could just say few days to weeks, right? So you hold these stocks for a few days or a few weeks, so just less than 1-2 months, that's it. But you really get rid of the stock within that time. And this is the most, I think this is the best case scenario in which, if you are a beginner, you should enter in this scenario, because not only will you be really looking at the stock every day, and you'll be minimizing your transaction and minimizing your brokerage. By the way, the brokerage is what you pay every time you buy or sell a stock. Every time you buy or sell a stock, your broker will take some money from you. You will have to pay taxes on that transaction. So you want to minimize that operation of buying and selling the stocks again and again and again. So swing trading is also helping you with that. Plus, if you analyze the companies and you know that this company is going to have a tremendous growth and it will help me in a few weeks, and really there's some great news about this company, you will make a lot of dollars. All right, but in case you do not understand how to pick these stocks, I will bring out the scheme for you, by the way. Just stick around. All right, great. So this is swing trading, and now let's look at a different pattern. One sec, let me just clean this up a bit. Okay, let's look at intraday. All right, let me tell you, this is where I have lost most of my money. Depends on your condition. This is very, very depending on your condition. If you are a beginner, if you are just starting out, when I was starting out, I lost a lot of money in this thing. It can give you a lot of gains. It can give you probably, you know, if you are investing, let's say $1,000, you can make $1,500 within one day, the same day. But it comes with the highest risk. You do not want to go for intraday when you are just beginning. If you're watching this video and you are a beginner, stay the hell away from intraday, because it will really strip you off the shirts of your backs. What happens is that, see, the concept of intraday is that you buy on the same day and you sell on the same day. All right, so you sell on the same day as the buying, right? As of buying. Right, now why do you do that? Why can't you just hold the stock to the next day? Why don't people do that? I mean, when I used to start out, I used to think that why do they have these distinctions? Why can't I just, you know, make the intraday stock a swings trading stock, you know? So why can't I just hold it for a few days? Let me tell you why. When you go for intraday, you're using a whole lot of leverage, a whole lot of margin. Now, it's obvious you do not understand these terms if you are a beginner. I will make a separate video on these, but let me just simplify it for you right now. Leverage or margin is, let's say you have $1,000 in your account. All right, that is your own money that you added. Now, your broker is letting you buy the stocks worth not just $1,000, but you can buy stocks worth, let's say $20,000 or $15,000. Depends on your broker entirely, depends on how much leverage he gives you, but you know, 10, 15, 20 times of that you can buy. Now, that is a huge amount of money. How do you get that money? You actually loan the money from your broker. Why does your broker do that? It's because he gets benefited. And we'll talk about this in the next video where we talk about I don't think it's the next video, but whenever we talk about leverage or margins, we will talk about this. All right. So anyway, he gets a lot of return on that. So it's great for him too. And it's great if you win. But you have a very great chance of losing your money. You might not lose today or tomorrow, but once you lose, you will come down, you will plunge so much that every day that you had gained, you know, you might have gained 5k, 6k, and then 50k you go down. So don't go for intraday. And why is that? Why don't people convert intraday to swing trading? Why can't they do that? Exactly because of leverage. You have to commit to giving back the amount of money that the broker has given you, and you have to give it back before the market closes for the day. So if you're going for intraday, by the way, in case you have some experience, and I still highly, you know, recommend you that you stay away from it, but if you have some experience and you want to do this, just make sure that you are buying the stocks based on some criteria. And you know, if I'm giving you the recommendations, you can go forward with it, because I have a lot of experience in this field. But or if you have the experience, you can just, you know, decide that this is the stock I want to go with, and I know it will give me the return in one single day, so you can go with that. All right, but otherwise just stay away from it. All right, great. So we've covered intraday, we've covered swing, we've covered positional. All right, and let's go for, all right, let's actually keep this over here, scalp trading now. Right, so what is scalp trading? Scalp is even smaller. It is when you hold a stock for seconds to minutes. Now, a lot of time this can be helpful. Let me tell you example. For instance, you have a great news. You know that the company will, you know, the share will jump up as soon as the market opens for the day, because the news has come the previous day that the company had an unexpected profit of, let's say, 2,000 million or something of that sort. It's a great thing. Everyone's focusing on this thing. You want to buy the stock before the market even opens, before the trading session opens. And you can do that, by the way. If you do not know that, I'll talk about it in my later videos. But you can buy the stock as soon as the market really, you know, the trading session begins, and just hold it for a few seconds and it'll jump up, because the momentum is there on that, because people want to buy that stock. As much as they buy it, it goes even more up and your money increases, and then you sell it when it's at the top for within some seconds or minutes, and that's how you gain a whole lot of money if you scalp trading. All right, again, do not recommend this to beginners. Stay the hell away from it. If you are a beginner, let me tell you, these top two, these are for you. All right, swing trading, positional trading, that is the best way to go. And I know a lot of you might not understand this right now. I know it seems so amazing when you buy the stock the same day and then you sell it and you use this leverage and you use this margin, but you have to return the leverage within the same day. And what happens if that stock goes down? Because you have invested 10-20 times your money, you will also be losing 10-20 times your money, and it is highly stressful and highly time taking. So the concept of intraday, you will be sitting in front of your laptop and you'll be looking at the screen for as long as the market is up, really. I used to be doing that when I just started, and I lost a whole lot of money, more than you can imagine. So stay away from intraday, stay away from scalp if you are a beginner. And again, when I'm giving you the market calls, you can definitely follow them because I have the experience, but in case you do not, just stay away from these. All right, swing and positional trading, I already showed you my profits for 2 weeks. Swing trading is, I believe, the best, but you need to know how to pick out these stocks, and I will create another course for that once I get you through the basics. Do not, and I repeat, do not rush into this. The market is not going anywhere. You will have enough opportunities to make the money. All right, so stay in and make sure that you follow all of the tutorials, and let me know how you find this in the comments down below. If you're following this on YouTube, I highly recommend you log on to my website and watch over there, because that is where I will be giving you my market calls. I will be telling you which stock to really target and which stock to buy, and I'll be doing that for most countries, you know, most economies, US, India, and you know, a few others if I can. All right, so again, if you enjoyed this video, do comment and let me know how you think it is, and subscribe to the channel if you want more similar videos. And be excited, man. We're gonna teach you this thing, and we're gonna make sure that you make a whole lot of money. But be excited and follow the guidance that I'm giving you, and let me tell you, you won't go wrong. Right, I'll see you next time. If you have any questions, ask them on Instagram. Follow me over there and ask me any question. I will reply for sure, man.